Final thoughts and the keys for Tennessee to win on the road at Alabama for the first time since 2003 and pick up a massive win in pursuit of a college football playoff berth.
You are Locked On Vols, your daily podcast on the Tennessee Volunteers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What is up, everybody? Welcome into it, your Friday morning. Locked On Vols. Happy to have you guys here, making Locked On Vols your first listen, your first watch each and every single day. We are a part of the Locked On Podcast Network, where it is your team every single day. Oh, man, today's episode, it's going to be a good one, right? Love Friday episodes during football season. This episode is brought to you in part by our friends over at FanDuel Sportsbook. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. Download the app today. All right, Boogie Bentley coming up in segments 2 and 3 for a little Locked On Talking Vols. Really looking forward to that as Tennessee's getting set for Alabama on the road in Tuscaloosa tomorrow, 7:30 on ABC. College game day is going to be in town. It's going to be a whole lot of fun for Tennessee as the Volunteers look for its first win down there in quite some time. So we're going to talk to Boogie Bentley about that in segments 2 and 3. My keys to the game, how Tennessee can pull off an upset, as at the time of this recording, Tennessee is still currently about a little over a touchdown underdog on the road with that total sitting at 59.5. Again, at the time of this recording, courtesy of our friends over at FanDuel Sportsbook. So, for me, it's like, okay, well, what does Alabama not do well? Tennessee has a significant advantage at the line of scrimmage in this game. Again, Alabama has allowed 13 sacks. That's tied for third most in the SEC. Alabama has only sacked the quarterback 9 times. That's like tied for fourth fewest in the SEC or something like that. I mean, it's not good. So how many games have you gone into over the years where you say, man, Tennessee has a decisive, not just an advantage, but a decisive advantage at the line of scrimmage? Not many. So use that to your ability, right? What's the most deflating thing for a football team to experience on its home field? For the opponent to come in and just run the football down your throat. Just run the football. Run the football, run the football. What does Alabama not do well? Defend the run. Alabama has allowed about 157 yards on the ground per game. Let's see here. Alabama allows the 4th most rushing yards in the Southeastern Conference at 156 yards on the ground to contest. Now, they're very good defending the pass, and I think that's going to be a fun chess match, if you will, for Joey Aguilar, Tennessee's wide receivers, Alabama, Bray Hubbard, and those defensive backs. I think that's going to be a whole lot of fun. Alabama's very good at defending the pass, not very good at defending the run. So can Tennessee exploit that? Go on the road, run the football from the get-go, take some air out of that crowd a little bit, and kind of set the tone for the football game. I think so. I think this is so many different times, just like Alabama's just bigger, faster, stronger, and just has better athletes. And that football team is good, and they've got athletes, don't get me wrong. But I think Tennessee is better at the line of scrimmage. And I think Tennessee is going to be better at running the football. And I think if you can win at the line of scrimmage and you can honestly win, blocking the attack of the block there at the very beginning and then run the football, then I certainly think Tennessee can control this game from the beginning. And then from there, we'll see what happens. If you can control the game on the ground, move the offense, that allows Joey Aguilar to get to work through the air. And we know that Aguilar, Chris Brazzell, Mike Matthews, Braylon Staley, they've got a knack for some of these explosive plays. So I think it starts at the line of scrimmage, just like it does in any football game. But really, I like Tennessee's chances at the line of scrimmage. I do, because I think Tennessee has a decisive advantage over Alabama in this regard. Alabama's going to get theirs. We know this. We've been talking about it all week. Ty Simpson is playing arguably as good at the quarterback position than anybody in the country right now. We had a show about comparing Joey Aguilar's the stats to Ty Simpson's stats, earlier this week, and how Joey Aguilar is just right there with him, right? But Ty Simpson's going to get his. It just is what it is. When can you sack him? When can you force that turnover? Because again, I know, or at least I feel confident, that Tennessee's defense is going to bring him down a couple of times. Tennessee's defense is going to force a takeaway or two. I feel confident in that because that has been the norm for this Tennessee defense. you also feel pretty confident that the Tennessee defense is going to give up some points and some yards, right? But when do those sacks come? When are those turnovers forced? Could it be on third down? Could they be in the red zone? I think time and place, down and distance situations are going to be massive for when those plays take place. Remember at Mississippi State, they just faked a punt on Tennessee's defense. It was bad. The very next play, or maybe it was 2 plays, right after that, you had the forced fumble sack by Tyree West and the scoop and score touchdown by Joshua Josephs. Like, right after, you had the forced fumble and, turnover against Syracuse. Or no, maybe it was an interception. Whatever it was, Jeremiah Thielander was involved. I can't remember. That was week 1. Tennessee turns around, scores on a short field like four plays later. I like how some of the best plays come in the best moments and biggest situations. I think Tennessee has got to own that part of the football game, because I don't give a crap if Ty Simpson throws for 315, 320 yards and 3 touchdowns. I don't care. Can Tennessee turn him over on 3rd and 8 in the fourth quarter to give Tennessee an opportunity to get the football back and go score, or to negate any type of comeback effort for Alabama? Like, that to me is the thing that's going to ring true in this football game. Opportunistic. That's been my word of the week for Tennessee's defense. But when will those chances happen? When will those plays happen? I think it's not like you're going to pick and choose. You're going to get them whenever you can get them. But, man, Tennessee's got to use that on third down. Man, Tennessee's got to use that in the red zone. Man, Tennessee's got to use that after the offense maybe turns it over or something to try to get the momentum back. That's something I'm going to be looking for in this football game, is situational defensive plays, because we know there's going to be some fireworks at some point. What situations are those in? Like, I think, going on the road, you're going to have some of those big-time plays and big-time situations to pull off an upset for a team, and of course a place you haven't won in since 2003. So there's that. And then, lastly, I think third down defense is included in that regard. I mean, Tennessee is statistically against Power 4 opponents. I have the numbers. I wrote it up last game. Statistically against Power 4 opponents, Tennessee has been 1 percentage point better on 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 6 or shorter than 3rd and 7, which makes no sense. Excuse me. Tennessee's been 1 percentage point better on 3rd and 7 or longer than 3rd and 6 and shorter, meaning Tennessee's actually been better, barely on on down and distances that it shouldn't be. It just makes no sense. They're not getting off the field on 3rd and 7 or longer. You saw it a ton against Mississippi State. You saw it a ton against Arkansas last week. They're just not getting off the field, and that is an issue. That is an issue for sure. So they've got to get off the field and really make it a point to not allow Ty Simpson to run 10 yards on 3rd and 9. Not allow if you're playing zone coverage, don't get lost. If you're starting at the sticks in zone with a cushion, don't back up 10 yards. Stuff like that. I mean, come on, know your down and distance, know your situation. That's something Willie Martinez said earlier this week when meeting with the media, saying that they have to do a better job. Execution's one thing, and I completely agree with him, right? I mean, missed tackles, come on now. Like, that's not on Willie Martinez. They're in position to make the play, and they're not making the play. But, like, knowing situations, knowing down and distance, you're going into Game 7. What the crap, It's like, come on now. So I think third downs are a given. And obviously, offense, just go do your thing. Easier said than done. Just go do your thing offensively. Enough said. I mean, there's not really much more you can say. I think Tennessee's going to have the opportunity to run the football, and I think Joey Aguilar is going to have the opportunity to further submit. I say further. Truly, if you beat Alabama on the road, I mean, it's like one of those games that everybody's going to remember who you are for forever. If you're Joey Aguilar, it could be one of those, career-defining moments for Tennessee's quarterback. All right, when we come back, Boogie Bentley. We have a long conversation with Boogie Bentley of Talking Vols Network, so we're going to do that here when we return right here on your Friday morning, Locked On Vols. It's almost the weekend. Time to look back and crown this week's MVP. Who delivered? Powered by DoorDash. Just like when you win every Saturday with DoorDash Streaks, saving every time you order, these players delivered when it mattered the most. Let's break it down. For Tennessee, Jordan Jordan Ross. Jordan Ross delivered in a big way. He had a strip sack fumble recovery that handed the football back to the offense. He was part of another sack as well. A young sophomore that's continuing to get better. Continuing to get more snaps, continuing to get more run, and he is taking advantage. That is Jordan Ross, and he was a big part of Tennessee's win against Arkansas, and he'll be a big part of Tennessee moving forward this season. Just like Jordan Ross delivered for the Tennessee Volunteers last Saturday, DoorDash delivers each Saturday for you. With DoorDash Streaks, you can save every Saturday you order, stack it up all season long, and you could save up to $250 and up to $100 in DoorDash credits. Order this Saturday, keep the streak alive, fuel your game day only with DoorDash. Terms apply, promo period ends November the 18th. It's a big shout out to DoorDash, and a big shout out to Supply House. When the opening whistle blows on a new repair, get your crew moving forward with Supply House. Order today, and you can see parts on your doorstep by tomorrow. Over 280,000 plumbing, HVAC, and electrical items from the most trusted brands in the business. Their real-time inventory and honest lead times keeps you from punting on projects, while their industry-leading customer service always has your blind side covered. Need parts for a project? Supply House has next-day delivery. Talk about a game changer. The part finder tools and 3D schematics can save you hours on the job when every single detail matters the most. Join the free Trademaster program today and score serious perks like priority shipping, lower prices, and a dedicated support line. Visit supplyhouse.com to sign up for free and use promo code SHCollege5, SHCollege5 for 5% off your order. That's at supplyhouse.com. Real people, real service. Boogie, it is one of those weeks, man. It's one of those weeks where when we think about football season, when we think about let's do a professional. Well, I'm going to do this for you because you say you're not a professional. No. When we do content planning for the season, Bama week circled. Like it's one of the biggest weeks of the year for us, people like me, but also Tennessee fan, East Tennessee boys. Third Saturday in October. This game, I say it on Brent's repeat all week long. This game means so much to so many people. Tell me why this game means so much to you.
The beautiful thing about it this year is it matters, right? For so many years, this has been a streaky rivalry. Philip Fulmer owned Alabama, and then we know 15 straight years of losing to Alabama. But now this matters. This is what you want. This is why you come to Tennessee, in the words of Philip Fulmer. This game on Saturday, not only is it the third Saturday in October, it's a rivalry game. It's Tennessee, it's Alabama. By the way, bring back the orange and the crimson. Let's do it. It ain't 1942 with black and white TVs. Let's put on the orange and let's put on the crimson and let's go play football. But it matters. A shot at an SEC championship, a shot at the college football playoff. It's all on the line. I've said all week long, the drive at the end of the Mississippi State game, Joey Aguilar punches it in, big boy drive, Braylon Staley making the play on third down, Chris Brazzell making the play on fourth down. Those are great moments. Nobody remembers you for what you did against Mississippi State. Nobody remembers you for what you did against Arkansas, but they're going to remember what you do against Alabama on Saturday night. Let's go down to Tuscaloosa. Coach Heupel said, we got on our buses, we got on our planes. A lot of people in the national media, a lot of people in this very fan base don't think we should even get on the bus. Let's get on the bus. Let's go down to Tuscaloosa and let's punch them in the mouth and let them know everything is on the line Saturday. This is what it's all about, man.
Boogie, I'm not calling you a liar, at least me. I know some people might, but I'm not calling you a liar. I've not seen any of that talk this week about don't even get on the bus. Because if that's true, and again, not calling you a liar, that's the stupidest thing I think I've ever heard in my life. Like, you want to talk about the best football team Josh Heupel's ever had to go down there and have a chance to win? It's this one. What are you talking about? Like, this is an offense that leads the nation in total yards. Anybody that says Tennessee doesn't have any business getting on the bus, that's probably the stupidest thing I think I've ever heard in my life.
Mark my words, Cainer. Saturday morning, college game day, when they make their picks, it's going to be all across the board. The national media, what are they talking about? Ty Simpson. They're talking about these Alabama wide receivers. But if they go deep enough and they get into the keys to the game, they're going to lay out step by step the keys to the game, and I guarantee you Tennessee has an advantage in the majority of those keys to the game. We should be getting on the bus, we should be getting on the planes, and we should go down there and punch them in the mouth. If this game's in Neyland Stadium, are you not 100% rolling with Tennessee?
Probably, given the recent history with Heupel playing at home, teams not named Georgia, he just finds a way to get it done, right? And I do believe the Neyland effect's a real thing. I agree with you about the game day set. I think they're all going to pick Tennessee. Maybe one's going to pick Tennessee just to be different. But I think all. I mean, obviously, all the talks about Alabama. It's a good football team, right? I mean, it's got a good quarterback playing very well. But what are your keys to win in this football game? You said let's get in the weeds here. What are your keys or how Tennessee can pull off this upset?
I think you keep it simple, stupid. What are the keys to most football games, right? Protect your quarterback, keep the quarterback clean, run the football, force turnovers, win the turnover battle. And when you look at the keys to the game, when you look at the layout of the game, all right, let's talk about rushing the football. Alabama has not been very good rushing the football, 126 yards a game. That's 101st in the country. Is Jam Miller going to play? As of the time of this recording, I don't think we know. Have we seen whether or not Jam Miller is going to play? If he doesn't, Ty Simpson is your leading rusher at Alabama. And spoiler alert, he's not going to run the football. He's not a running quarterback. All right, so let's talk about keeping – I sounded like Jeremy Pruitt right there. All right, let's talk about keeping the quarterback clean, right? Alabama, 89th in the country in sacks allowed. They are not very good at protecting Ty Simpson. Now, Tennessee leading the country in sacks per game. Josh Josephs, Tyree West, Don Bailey, Caleb Herring, pin your ears back and get after the quarterback. It's going to be interesting to me to see how Tim Banks attacks Alabama. On the flip side of that, Alabama, 99th in the country at getting home. And Tennessee's been extremely good protecting Joey Aguilar and then forcing turnovers. That's the key for me. Can they force Ty Simpson to make a mistake? Because to this point, he's not been turning the football over. Even though teams have got pressure on him, teams have hit him, teams have got him to the ground, Ty Simpson has thrown one interception on the season. That's a big key to me. Can Tennessee force turnovers? And if they do, you better score. You can't do like you did a week ago. You can't go 3 and out twice after a turnover. You have to get into the end zone. I think it was Josh Pate talking about keys to the game. Give Joey Aguilar some extra bullets in the chamber. Give him an opportunity. We force turnovers all year. Will they continue to do it? I think that's a big part of Saturday.
Well, before I get into it, when you say right, that is Jeremy Pruitt. And I'll do the same thing too. I'll be like, da-da-da-da. I'll be like, I'm preaching to the pulpit, and I'll be like, right. And I'm like, oh, God, that is what Jeremy Pruitt did. He said,
I feel like I'm coaching little kids. I coach kindergartners. I'm like, do you understand? Like, I say something. Do you understand? You got to make sure they're listening. You got to make sure they're processing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right.
I've just come to the fact that Tennessee is going to give and defense. Tennessee's going to give, and Tennessee's going to go and create some takeaways. Like that is what my expectation is every single game. So I expect Tennessee to get after Ty Simpson. I expect Tennessee to force a turnover or two. Even though, as you pointed out, Alabama's been so protective of the football, right? And that's one of the reasons why they're so good. They just don't make mistakes. Whereas you don't have to be elite on the stat sheet. They do a couple of things that are approaching elite, but overall on the stat sheet, they don't do many things that are elite. They're just a good football team that makes no mistakes. And that's, give them a lot of credit. So I've reserved to the fact that like Tennessee's going to get after Simpson. Tennessee's going to create a couple of turnovers, but Tennessee's done that in every game, and you've still had to go to overtime, or you've still held on to win the fourth quarter. So to me, it's almost like Boogie, and I cannot believe it. I said this a lot after the Arkansas win, right? Like the offense didn't play bad, but boy, they left so much meat on the bone, man. If the offense could have taken advantage of those takeaways, it could have been a blowout, all that type of stuff. It's like, since we are kind of who we are defensively, at least what you're thinking, like offense just got to take off. So I'm looking at the offense again. Like we know what's going on here. It's up to you guys to go win this football game, and that makes me feel better. Like maybe I'm just talking in circles here, Boogie, but kind of follow me here. That makes me feel better, because if it's up to the offense to go and create some things, go and score when you got to score, take advantage of a turnover, like I will ride with Tennessee's offense that's number 1 in the country right now, number 1 in the SEC, any day. I'll ride with Tennessee's offense any day, because I know what to expect from Tennessee's defense. There's going to be some good, there's going to be some bad. To me, it's still going back to the offense. Got to outscore them, got to go win. And I don't know, it makes me feel good about it. I'm not saying Tennessee's going to win this game. I'm just saying, like, I'll ride with Tennessee's offense because I trust Tennessee's offense.
Yeah, who doesn't, right? Who doesn't? And I brought this up the other day because a big conversation, a big talking point has been Josh Heupel not being aggressive. Right, end of the game. If you pick up a couple of first downs, the ball game's over. Put your foot on their throat and do what you do. Now, the debate is: has Josh Heupel Can I say lost his balls on Locked On Vols? Man, I'm a poet and didn't know it. I just did, so I guess we're going to roll with it. Has Josh Heupel lost his balls? I don't think so. I don't think, like, why do we see Petrino go out there and coach aggressive? Why do we see UAB's coach go out and coach aggressive? Because they know Tennessee has the better talent. And I think we started to see this with Josh Heupel last year in the Oklahoma game. It's like, why is he not being aggressive? Well, I think he knew he had a pretty dang good defense, and he could turn it over to them, and they would get a stop. Now, it got you bit. It got you bit at Arkansas, and I think it's the same thing this year. I think Josh Heupel understands that he has more talent, more bodies, more Jimmies and Joes, so he doesn't necessarily have to go out there and be aggressive. Now, on the flip side of that, I agree with people that are saying he's been too conservative. Why? Because of what you just said. If the game's on the line, and we can either go score points and make it a 2-score game or a 3-score game and wrap this thing up, do you trust the offense to do that? Or do you trust the defense to go out and get a stop? Now, I know they've been good and bad, Jekyll and Hyde on defense. But if it's up to me and I can put the ball in somebody's hand, I'm going to put it in the hands of Joey Aguilar. I'm not going to go out there and run the football 8 straight times and try to chew clock. I'm going to go let Joey do what he does. Josh Heupel's winning. He's winning. It's hard to question you when you're winning.
Counterpoint to that, and we won't spend a lot of time on this because this is last week's news. See, I'm on the opposite end of that. Like I don't have an issue with kind of what he did in the fourth quarter there. I mean, you enter the fourth quarter with a 17-point lead. 17-point lead. You play the majority of the fourth quarter with a 10-point lead. The at least the play, I don't agree with a lot of the people. Like the play everybody gets mad about, it's a punt, or the punt from like the 46, 47, whatever it is. Like it was 3rd and 3. If Star Thomas runs the play that's called, it's a first down. And then you chew 3 or 4 minutes left. You don't punt it back and they don't march it down and score again. Like the whole narrative changes right there. It's 3rd and 3, and Star Thomas cuts it back when he shouldn't have, and there's nowhere to go. And Tennessee's like, okay, well, I'm going to punt there. I think punting there is still the right call. You're up 10, playing at home. You've also, in the fourth quarter, why not run the football? You already have over 200 yards rushing in the football game against a crap defense. So I'm kind of on the opposite end there. I mean, I hear you. Like, I don't think Josh Heupel's lost his, as you would phrase it, balls. I don't think he's done that. I just think it's the evolution there. And so, again, that's just kind of my 2 cents on that. We'll get back to third Saturday in October. A couple more items I want to hit on here, how Tennessee's going to affect Ty Simpson and make it lasting in this football game. All that and more. Big weekend coming up. Playoff purposes, massive for both programs. This game is. We'll continue to talk about it here on Locked On Talking Balls on Friday morning. What do you get when you have a bald eagle standing on top of a silverback gorilla riding a T-Rex? Confidence is what you get. Pure confidence. If you're looking for something that goes beyond the usual pill, it's time to meet Rougiet Go Long. That's exactly why our Rougiet Go Long comes in. This is just another. This isn't just another ED pill. It's a total game changer for your confidence. Go Long combines 2 doctor-trusted medications in one dual action, like a dual threat quarterback, dual action formula, so you can go. Do some things that you want to do. The effects can last up to 36 hours. That's confidence all day, all night, and even into your next day. The process is simple. Connect with a board-certified doctor 100% online, and if prescribed, your treatment ships discreetly right to your door. If prescribed, your treatment ships discreetly to your door. I said it again. Ready to level up your confidence in the bedroom? Head on over to Rougiet, RUGIET.com, and use promo code LOCKEDONCollege for 15% off your first order. That's Rougiet, RUGIET.com, promo code LOCKEDONCollege. Make sure to use the promo code so they know that we sent you to Rougiet. The NFL season is here. Sundays are so much fun. Monday nights are so much fun. Sunday nights are so much fun. Thursday nights are so much fun. And I'm sure you, like me, are having so much fun utilizing everything that's involved with NFL Sundays, or NFL season, I should say, on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. If you're a new customer, there's an offer that you can't resist right now. Check it all out. You can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet, put down $5, and if it hits, you're going to unlock $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. Parlay features, same game parlay, futures, NBA season coming up, college basketball coming up. Get those futures in. Live in-game betting. A lot of times I'm just trying to check in on my fantasy team, but while I'm in there watching some of the guys, I like to put a little something down on the action. I can put some coin in my pocket. It's so much fun, whether you're a casual fan, just watching football in general, or you're trying to really make the most of this experience, FanDuel can make your Sundays even better with the NFL. So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com to download the FanDuel app today and get started. FanDuel, it's where you can make every single moment more in the safe, secure, easy-to-use app. That is at FanDuel Sportsbook. All right, Boogie Bentley. Playoff implications. Alabama's already got a big time. So they've got a couple of wins. I mean, that strength of schedule is good, right? And that's going to lead me to a question here in a moment about how much gas do they have left in that tank. But they've got to win over Georgia. Got to win over ranked Missouri on the road. Got to win over ranked Vanderbilt at home. Tennessee, kind of like last year, you need this win because that's the one you're gonna, like I said, going to the Georgia game, like, oh, we're good, we beat Alabama. We're good, we beat Alabama. Like, no, we're fine. Like, you need this win. That win last year really propped up Tennessee all year long. So I think this is, I mean, certainly if you're 10-2 with, if you finish with 10-2, so say you lose this game, but you run the table, you finish 10-2, great chance to get in the playoffs. That would mean you'd also have beaten a ranked Oklahoma and a ranked Vanderbilt potentially. So obviously there's still an opportunity to get in the playoff, but you can really help yourself out in terms of playoff implications with a win at a place you haven't won since 2003.
Yeah, interesting conversation came up last night on our live stream, well, Wednesday night at this point, but it was, who does this game mean more to? Does it mean more to Alabama for college football playoff implications? Alabama or Tennessee, who does it mean? And it's pretty dang tight. I don't know that I can pick one that it's more important to. One thing that is worth noting is Alabama is going to be favored in every game after this one, well, including this one for Bama. Tennessee, same thing. They're going to be favored in every game moving forward. This just gives you a little room to slip up, right? You can lose to Oklahoma. I get it. It's in Neyland Stadium. What you said about Josh Heupel in Neyland Stadium, he finds a way to win any team not named Georgia. But it gives you a little wiggle room, right? The Vanderbilt game, you can lose that game. Does 10-2 definitely get you in? I think that's the question, because you bring up a good point. What are the quality wins for Tennessee if they lose this game against Alabama? I think it might get you in. I think it should get you in, but there's no guarantee. I don't want to be sitting here at the end of the year going, all right, well, we need this team to lose and that team. I don't want to do that. I just want to be sitting here going, all right, Tennessee handled their own. Tennessee took care of business, and we know that they're going to the college football playoff. Plus, you're talking about a shot at an SEC championship. You want a shot at an SEC championship, you have to win this game if you're going to have any chance of going to Atlanta and playing for an SEC championship game.
Which team would it hurt? Which a loss would hurt which team worse? And I think
probably Tennessee.
Yeah, I think it's
because of what you brought up. Yeah, what you brought up. Because who's your quality win if you lost to Alabama and Georgia? So it has to be Tennessee for that point.
Yeah, Alabama, say Alabama gets a second loss of the season, but look at all of its wins, right? And right. So, like, I agree completely. I think a loss would hurt Tennessee more. So you got to play, the down that's in front of you. You got to be where your feet are, recognize that. But, like, in this day and age, like, you got to be forward thinking and, like, okay, well, the playoffs, the scenarios and all that type of stuff, just go try to handle business. Boogie, I understand so many times during the Saban era, Tennessee just went down there and Tennessee had no chance of winning this football game. No chance. I mean, literally, like, don't even take the bus, right? Like, there's just anything can happen. But still, like, the fact Tennessee's not won down there since 2003, it's just mind-boggling. And I know we'll have the same conversation going into Florida. How can Tennessee not let that be a mindset? How can Tennessee not let that be a storyline inside that locker room? How can Tennessee go down there and do something again that simply has not been done since some of these guys weren't even alive, which is just incredible to think about?
But I think that's the key. They weren't alive. Like, does it matter? Does it really matter to those guys in the locker room? I know it matters to us. It matters to fans. We know when these streaks end, and I know it's 2025 and it's social media, and these guys see everything that goes up on social media. And I think sometimes we as fans need to be mindful of what we put out there on social media. But does it really matter to them? Because one of my biggest arguments when people come into the comment section, God bless the comment section. You guys, I love you guys. Y'all are so generous and kind with your comments here on Locked On Vols every Friday. But the comments, it's like, well, we've not done this since then or this or that. Who cares? Nothing matters that happened prior to Josh Heupel in the eyes of this football team. So it's just your next step in the journey. It is just your next game. And I get it. That's coach speak. Just win the week. We just got to go 1-0 every week. It's the truth. Let's just go down there and let's play against Alabama. Does it really matter, Cainer? Do you think they care that what Peyton Manning did in Tuscaloosa? Do you think they care what any of these previous – I don't know that it matters. I think it's more of the environment It's going to be a hostile crowd. We know Josh Heupel's offense have typically struggled on the road. But again, I think when you look at this game and the keys to the game and the fact that Alabama struggled against the run, it's way easier to go down there and run on the road than it is to go down there and try to throw and make checks and make calls and all this type of stuff. I just don't know that it matters. Do we oversell it? Do you think we oversell it as fans? And it's been since 2003? Because almost every video, every live stream, I start out by saying we've not gone to Tuscaloosa once since 2003. I know you do the same thing.
Yeah, 100%. And again, people like you and I, yes, because that's it matters to us. But to the guys in that locker room, again, they don't give a crap. Like I can't stress enough, and I'm not trying to make that sound bad. It's just like, yo, they're college students. They've been here for a year, 2, 3, 4 years. Like, they're focusing on what they're doing. They don't remember what happened here, especially if you didn't grow up in state or they don't remember what happened here in 2014. They have no clue. And they shouldn't. Again, these are young guys. So
Joey Aguilar's been here since less than 6 months. You think he knows when the last time Tennessee beat Alabama until we put it out there? No idea. No clue.
No. And again, it's okay, especially for a guy like him that just got here. It's okay. It's a big deal for fans, and it's a big deal for people covering the team and creating content from this team like you and I. Because, again, it really is a big deal. I mean, it's incredible that hasn't happened since 2003, but to the players in that locker room, it's a nothing burger. It's just, I mean, I've asked a lot of players this week, I know you want to approach the game the same way, and you should, but, I'm going to ask Jared Garantano on Game Quest podcast, and he's going to, and I say, but there's a little something more for games like this, right? He's like, oh, 100%. It's a rivalry game. You can't not get juiced up for this. But it's not like, oh, boys, come on now. We gotta avenge all those teams that have lost since 2003 down there. No, it's nothing like that. Nothing like that, in my opinion. All right, man. Give me some predictions. Not necessarily a score prediction, because I know you might want to save that for your show that's going to be coming on here in a few hours. Give me some predictions. Who's going to ball out? What's Tennessee going to do in this game? Kind of how do you see this football game shaping up down there in T-Town?
I'll be honest, man. I typically do my predictions on Wednesday night, but I didn't do it this Wednesday. I cannot get a feel on this game. I can sell myself when I look at it on paper and say these are all the areas that I think Tennessee can take advantage of Alabama, but then the fan of me, because I'm not in that locker room, I didn't just get here 6 months ago. The fan in me is looking back to 2003. And I'm going, can we finally go to Tuscaloosa? Look, if they go beat Alabama, I'm going to be asking myself until the Florida game, can they go to the Swamp and win? Because until you prove it, in the words of Brent Hubbs, I got to see it to believe it. And so no matter what I sell myself on, it's still hard to pick Tennessee in this game.
Sorry to cut you off. At least with the Heupel era, man, and I know you probably made mention of this all week long because I know I have. Boy, Tennessee's played Alabama good. I know Tennessee's won twice. But, on the road in Tuscaloosa, Nick Saban was having a fit, freaking the heck out on the sideline in the fourth quarter in 2021. I've never seen Nick Saban like that. I mean, it was kind of funny. In 2023, Tennessee just didn't finish. Tennessee went down there and played well in the first half. Joe Milton, in my opinion, probably had his best football game in terms of throwing the football. He looked great that game. Didn't finish. So, Tennessee has played well at times on the road. In the Swamp, Tennessee just doesn't show up. I know, it's awful. But, it's just the weirdest thing. So, anyway, the whole, they haven't won in these two places in so long, but, it kind of looks different, at least under Josh Heupel. Florida, you've lost that game any way imaginable. And, Alabama, it's well, you played them well. You did a lot of good things. You just got to finish. Can Tennessee finish this week?
I don't know, man. I still don't have my prediction. I'll tell you what, you watch Locked On Talking Vols because Cainer uploads it at midnight around 10 a.m. Brent Hubbs of VolQuest is coming on Talking Vols, and push is going to come to shove, and I'm going to have to make a prediction. And I still don't know because I see this game. I think it can be a shootout, right? I think this is a game that Ty Simpson could go out and throw for 300 yards. So could Joey Aguilar. Deshaun Bishop, if healthy, he can go out and have a field day. Can they force turnovers? They've done it. They've done it through 6 games. Can they continue to force turnovers? I can see this game being some 42-41 insane shootout game, or I can see it being just this bizarre, weird game where all of a sudden Tennessee's defense shows up, but the offense stalls out and it's 21-20. The bizarro world happens. I can also see Alabama coming in and blowing Tennessee's doors off. This is the way my warped battered ball syndrome brain works, Cainer. I'm going Alabama can blow Tennessee out, but there's no chance that Tennessee goes into Tuscaloosa and blows them out. I have no idea what's going to happen. Somebody in the comment section, if you're still here, I know a lot of you turn off the second my face pops up. God bless you. I'd still appreciate the comments. It helps the algorithm and blows Kainer's channel up. I wish you'd get a real guest on Fridays. Somebody put in the comment section your score prediction, and maybe I'll steal it when Brent Hubbs comes on at 10 a.m.
Oh, I know you don't know how
to you don't know how to deal with me. You have no idea how to deal with me.
I've been doing this for 3 years. You think I'd have a handle on it now? I've just kind of been, and people in the comment section, they do it every single day. It's not just you, Boogie. I mean, they come on my channel and clown me every day too. They can clown me now. It's fine. Like, and I'll eat crow forever. But I mean, I'm not picking Tennessee to win. I have not been picking Tennessee to win all week long, and I don't think that that's unfair. I just, knowing everything Tennessee does well, and I think Tennessee's going to go out there and score points. I think it's going to be a fun game. I don't trust the defense enough. Like, I trust the defense to create a couple of takeaways. I trust the defense to go and sack the quarterback. But when you got to get a stop, I don't know if I can trust the defense. And I think that's completely fair right now, especially on the road. I think that's fair. So I'll eat crow. It'll be fine. Like, it is what it is. I'm not feeling comfortable picking Tennessee to win this game based on what I've seen more so defensively so far this year. So that's kind of where I'm at. Look forward to seeing Tennessee get a great win down there in Tuscaloosa. First time since 2003. And, of course, we'll talk about it either way right here on Locked On Vols. You got Brent Hubbs coming up today. You got a tailgate show coming up tomorrow. And you guys will be live and on the air after the game. Is right, well?
Yep, come check us out, Talking Vols Network on YouTube, for the fans, by the fans. Just a bunch of dudes talking Tennessee football, man. We're not trying to pretend to be insiders or experts or act like we know X's and O's more than you, man. We're just fans hanging out, building a community. That's what we do. If you like that idea, come check us out, Talking Vols Network on YouTube. We appreciate it.
Boogie, we'll talk to you again next week.
All right, sounds good.
Awesome time here on a Friday, giving you my keys to Tennessee. Hopefully Tennessee can pull off a win over Alabama on the road. Great time catching up, as always, with Boogie Bentley. Appreciate you guys for being here, making Locked On Vols a part of your morning routine, your first listen, your first watch each and every single morning. We are a part of the Locked On Podcast Network, where it is your team every single day. All right, we've talked all week long. Let's see what happens. Tennessee and Alabama. Tennessee, Alabama, third Saturday in October. Tennessee and Alabama from Bryant-Denny Stadium. Can Tennessee upset the Crimson Tide? Can Tennessee, I don't want to say shock the world, because it would not be shocking if Tennessee won this game, but all the narrative and all the people, including myself, picking the Crimson Tide to win this game. Can Tennessee shock all the picks? We'll see. I can't wait to watch. I can't wait to discuss. Either way, right here on Locked On Vols, I will do my best at some point late on a Saturday night. No promises, though, because I will be traveling. I will be covering the game. I will do my best to try to get in front of a camera for 10, 15 minutes and give some instant reactions. I will do my best. But no matter what, Monday morning we'll be right here on Locked On Vols. Appreciate you guys. Stay safe. If you're going to the game, stay safe. Enjoy yourselves. This is Locked On Vols.